It's time for everybody's favorite segment, Grambling Tiger Trivia. This week, we go beyond the field to find out which players have the best style and who's in need of a little makeover.
Who on the team is the best dressed? Who has the best outfits, hands down?
I give it to my dog Dan again, especially on a Sunday. He like to dress Sunday best for sure.
What is that Sunday best outfit?
Sharp. You got the blaze on with the little skinny pants, the nice little pointy shoes.
I would say best dress is probably Dan Fields.
Can't go wrong with my dog Dan, man. That boy Dan.
Everyone says Dan.
I've been here for 3 years. Dan be putting it on. He be putting the clothes on. I be like, ugh. I ain't got that.
Does he call any of you guys out for not stepping it up to his level?
Nah, he just a humble. He be humble stepping. I be like, oh, he got it, man. I ain't gonna compete with it.
Me?
Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah, me. No doubt.
I ask your teammates and they say the same thing. Dan Fields. Let me hear a little bit that what goes into the outfit.
Classic wise, on Sundays, I try to have my belt to match my shoes, blazer, white button down. I got to get the Grambling little logo, little tag right there.
Gotta represent.
Some nice dress shoes with them, and some slacks.
I gotta ask you about the slacks. So what length do you go with? You talked about you go skinny jeans. Do you go show a little bit of the ankle? Or
show a little bit of the ankle.
And some fancy socks too?
Yeah, I gotta have the fancy. Right. Most definitely. On a regular day, what they call it, put it on. We gonna put it on. Get some J's, some Jordan 1s, some type of designer shirt, some regular little skinny jeans, something like that.
The best dressed on the team, I would say, if it's not Dan Fields, it would be Elijah Walker.
Oh, that's the first Elijah Walker. Everyone else said Dan Fields.
Well, he probably told him that.
Now, on the other side, who is the worst dressed on the team?
Ooh.
Please will me.
Ooh. I give it to my dog, Terry Walker. Terry Walker need a little dressing up right quick. I'll give him a little makeover.
A little makeover, I say my guy. That's like my little brother, Taylor and Juliet. He's the quarterback.
All right. Where does he fall short? What is it about his outfits?
He doesn't wear anything, He just comes as he is, but he's a cool guy.
Rolls out of bed and shows up.
Yeah, just ready to practice.
My dog, his usual outfit, shorts, slippers with his toes out. His toes not too pretty,
He needs a pedicure.
Yeah, he needs a little pedicure.
Great stuff there. Now, each week, you've also heard from Grambling State's new athletic director, Dr. Travian Scott. He's discussed everything from why he wanted to take on this new challenge, what he brings to the athletics department, and what he plans to accomplish as a member of the G-Men.
You can just feel your excitement to be part of this university, part of this athletics program. To you, what makes the G so special and so legendary?
You have an hour. That's probably how long it would take. It's a feeling, right? It's a feeling that you get when you walk in the Eddie G. Robinson Museum. It's a feeling that I got last evening talking to Doug Williams over the telephone. It's a feeling when you walk into the football stadium. It's a feeling when you walk into Coach Fobb's office. I'll tell you this, I was having a conversation into football practice, and I walked down the hill, and I challenged myself never to do that. And I walked down the hill, and I was walking with some of our student athletes, and I said, man, this is tough. You do this every day? And he looked at me, he said, Dr. Scott, it's no better feeling. Right? And so that energy, that tradition, that understanding of the history and the legacy that is Grambling State University and Grambling State University athletics, in this specific instance, Grambling State University football, is something that you feel all over. As soon as you get off on exit 81, you feel it. And so, I feel it. I want to be a great steward of it. We're going to bring a strong team to be able to be great stewards of it. We're going to challenge our coaches to create cultures of excellence, competitive excellence across the board, whether that be in academics, whether that be in the community, whether that be in their sport. We want to exude excellence, and if I were to use the G, to exude greatness. And so you feel that as you move about the campus, and I'm so excited to be a part.
Someone else who joined the Tigers staff this season is Brian Howard, who heads athletic communications. But Brian's not new to the G-Men. This is his second stint at Grambling State. He previously worked at Florida A&M, making this weekend's matchup very interesting.
When your heart has never left and you have a true passion and true love for something, it made the decision a little bit easier. I was at Florida A&M, the capital city in Florida, and bigger city, bigger restaurants, all kinds of things. And honestly, I'll tell you what makes Grambling so special. It's the people. It truly is. They treat me with such welcome, open arms. I really feel like I'm a part of the family here. I didn't necessarily know that when I took the job back in 2017. You're just kind of feeling your way through some things when you're in a rush and you just started. But from the moment I got here in 2017, everybody has been just so kind and welcoming and always willing to help. And even when I returned back, I was super overwhelmed by the responses on social media. What makes Grambling so special is truly the people here, because, they love Eddie Robinson. They love the old timers, but they also embrace those that work hard and are extremely dedicated to helping brand Grambling State University. I've looked forward to this game probably since I left Florida A&M. If I was still at Florida A&M, I was still planning on wearing some black and gold anyways. So I think it's safe to say I would be cheering for Grambling no matter what. But it won't be too bad, in terms of being back there. It's homecoming. The place will be sold out. It'll be an outstanding environment. But, if I have to make a prediction on this game, I can tell you this much. I think Florida A&M's defense is extremely talented. Marquise Bell is fantastic as a defensive back, and he'll probably be in the NFL one day. Offensively, I don't think Florida A&M is really that strong offensively. They can move the ball if they need to. So it's going to be an interesting game because Grambling is strong defensively and is extremely young on the offensive side. Mm-hmm. So if I have to make a prediction, I'm going to go Grambling 12, Florida A&M 10.
Brian, a little off the mark there. Grambling fell 26-3.